Dear students, in our earlier video on noun phrase, I talked with you about the functions of a noun phrase in a clause. I'm just going to review it for a few seconds. So, in a clause, noun phrase functions as a subject. We have seen example of it as object, as complement, and as adverbial. O, C, and A. Now, we also should know that what function it does when it comes as a subordinate phrase. I have already explained to you in the introductory video on phrases. We make two types of phrases, main phrase and subordinate phrase. So when noun phrase comes as a subordinate phrase, we are going to see how it functions. When occurs, noun phrase comes as subordinate phrase. See, for example, Manmohan Singh, Manmohan Singh the economist is PM of India, or was a PM of India. Now you see that this Manmohan Singh, the economist, is main phrase, and within that main phrase, the economist is a subordinate phrase, and it is a noun phrase, just like the main phrase is noun phrase. So since this noun phrase give more information about Manmohan Singh, it is post modifier. So here you can say that noun phrase when comes as a subordinate phrase, it comes as post modifier or modifier. So this is also, there is a technical word used for it, and that technical word is apposition. Remember this word. This NPs function as subordinate phrase as modifier. Post modifier is technically called as a position. You understand? So you will see that in a clause and in a phrase working as a subordinate phrase, what function the noun phrase does we have studied. Now let's talk about after the function. The next point related with the phrase is structure. In introductory video I have already talked about the structure of noun phrase, and you may remember that we have this type of structure of NP. Then there is curly bracket, asterisk mark, curly bracket is over, and all these put into round bracket. You should remember that phrases are put into round bracket while clauses and sentences are put into square bracket. Do you understand? Now let's see, or let's see in detail about this structure. Now you see here that in this structure of NP, this H represents head. Now let's talk about this head. So head of an NP. Let's talk about this thing. Now we will talk with examples. See, this is a phrase, a good girl. One more phrase is there. The, or say, I he, somebody, then let's see one more example. The bold, or say for example, the poor, or say one more example, all five. These are all phrases. Or say my mothers. Now when you see this, this is a phrase and this is noun phrase. This is head. So this girl is a common noun. So by this you understand that a noun may be a common noun, or say a proper noun can be head of a noun phrase. Now look at this all. I, he, or somebody. For example, I ate a mango. In this clause, I is a noun phrase and this I is head and it is pronoun. Do you understand? So, pronoun can be head of a noun phrase. Now look at this, the bold or the poor. For example, in a sentence, let's see, the poor are always sufferers. Now in this clause, the poor is a noun phrase and in this noun phrase, the poor, this word is head and which is adjective, right? Now look at this, all five. This is again a noun phrase. Now if you use it in a clause, for example, all five left office. Now this five is enumerator. If you remember here, this whole all five is a noun phrase. So enumerator can be head of a noun phrase. Now look at this. What this word shows, it is apostrophe, so it is a genitive. Do you understand? So this genitive phrase is subordinate phrase of this total noun phrase. So genitive phrase can be head of noun phrase. Do you understand? So by these examples, you have understood that in the structure of noun phrase, the head word can be a noun, maybe it is common proper noun, it can be a pronoun, it can be adjective, it can be enumerator, or it can be genitive phrase. I hope the matter is clear to you. Thank you.